Hi guys, it's me, the Witch of Boise, here to do an episode of Ask Witch of Boise. Ooh, so exciting! So on my Instagram, I put in my stories some questions. And so these are true questions that are coming from fans of my Instagram. Make sure that you are following me on Instagram at Witch of Boise, all one word. And just look for my stories. I do cards of the day as well as asking for Ask Witch of Boise. This is a brand new segment. I'm super excited. So I do have all of your questions in the bucket, the little pumpkin bucket. So we're going to just begin. I'm super excited about this. So I just want to make sure I'm stirring it around. All right. Okay, so I do have my first question for this. Before I begin, I do want to say that this is going to be an answer, how I usually do readings for people. This is the only readings that I'm doing is through this Ask Witch of Boise. So again, make sure that you are following me on Instagram for a chance to win a reading on here. Definitely watch though and see if there's a message that resonates with you. You never know why you're being guided today to watch. Also, make sure that you do like and subscribe. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, as well as comment below. Tell me if you like this segment. All of your likes, comments, subscriptions really do help me build my channel and really help grow Witch of Boise and grow the coven that we are at. So I'm really excited. Let's put Pumpkin over here. Also, comment below. Let's see, what do you want to name Mr. Pumpkin so we can name him? All right, so I do have the number, or the question, and it is this. It's, am I, and they said I'm pretty sure it was a typo. Am I going to be successful? All right. Okay, so let's first start off with, move Pumpkin right here off of my medicine cards book, just in case I need to look at it. Almost a flyer, but no dice. So I'm going to cut this stack. We don't get one. We don't. So we're just going to do whoop. Perfect. Okay. It's number 34, the grouse. And that is Sacred Spiral. So it's an invitation to dance. It celebrates the divine source through its sacred spiral dance and offers this dance to you as a gift. You can spend a lifetime learning Grouse's lesson on how to harmonize your dance with Mother Earth's cycles and how to offer the dance as a creation of selfless beauty. So, to me, it's a personal power. The sacred spiral is also one of the oldest known symbols for personal power. So it's dancing in that sacred circle. So there's a personal power there. And so that automatically makes me feel like, yeah, there is success there. I'm just getting that maybe it's that dance. You have to dance the dance. You have to do what you need to do. It's not going to come easy. And that's with most successes. It doesn't just fall in your lap. It very, very rarely does it. Okay. So we have the King of Swords in reverse, and that's clarified, or not clarified, but it's following the Wheel of Year. In this deck, it's also the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Then we have the Eight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Then we have the Queen of Swords, the World, and the Hermit. Okay, let's clarify these really quick. And that was Witch's Tarot. This is the A.E. Waite tarot deck. Okay. All right. Put that aside. Okay, so our King of Swords in reverse is being clarified by the Tower in reverse. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune, or the Wheel of Year in reverse, and that's being clarified by the Page of Wands in reverse. Then we have the Eight of Cups being clarified by Strength in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse being clarified by the Chariot in reverse. Then the Queen of Swords being clarified by the Two of Pentacles in reverse. The World being clarified by the High Priestess in reverse. And the Hermit being clarified by the Six of Cups. Okay. Are you going to be successful? There is work to be done. You do have this ability. You have that success within you. And that's really guided with that grouse energy for sure. This is an energy that is showing you have the potential to be successful in what, and successful can be, maybe a completely different meaning to me than it is to you. So let's just put that out there. With my success, it's being able to provide food and shelter for myself and make sure that, I can buy some fun things sometimes. I can take a vacation once in a while. I don't know what kind of success you're thinking of, like monstrous success, which I'm kind of getting that energy from you. But I feel like you do have that energy to do really high successful in that kind of energy. But there's a lot of work that has to be done. It feels like that there hasn't been a whole lot of change that's been going on. It feels like that there's been you trying to control what the universe is bringing to you. And I don't feel like you're having the strength to move on past this past chapter. And that's with that Eight of Cups. Now, I'm going to be kind of harsh with you on this just because of how these cards are playing this out. With that Wheel of Fortune in reverse, that is that you're not letting the universe do its thing. You're being in control of it. And or at least trying to. And that's really counteracting what needs to happen. The Tower being in reverse as well. Again, it's not building up. You have a successfulness right now, but in order to get to the next level success rate that I believe that you're wanting to be, you have to crash everything down. You have to build from the foundations up. You have to move past this point in your life, and you right now do not have the strength to do it. You can't. There's a blockage there of being able to move forward. And once you are able to, I think that is going to really break through and really get you into a next level energy. There's not a whole lot of balance. I feel like there is a point that you need to be by yourself. This is something that you need to focus your energy, you need to focus your mind on what you want as success. I'm getting really scatterbrained energies. So it's like you're wanting to be successful, and that's great, but define successful to you. What do you want to be successful at? How are you going to achieve that successfulness? And I feel like you're skipping the meat of what you want. You want to skip the journey to get to the end of it. And that's just not going to happen. You have to make sure that you have some sort of guideline, that you aren't aimlessly wandering to try to find the success that you're looking for. There's a lot of not trusting your intuition. But the good thing about that is that you're learning lessons that you need to be listening to your intuition. You need to really hone in on that. What feels right, what doesn't. There's just a lot of like imbalance that's going on. And I feel like there's an imbalance in relationships. There's just an imbalance in general with you. And you really need to focus on that and focus on your goal. Not on relationships. You know, it's make sure that you have your relationships, your soul family, your friends. But like romantic relationships, that's just going to muddy stuff up. You need to focus on what your success is. Unless that's a part of your success. So again, it just defines on what you find as successful. But honestly, once you are alone, once you are able to like find yourself and your oneness, you're going to find a lot of stuff about yourself, and that is going to be diving into what will make you like monstrously successful. And I do feel like if you are unsure of what is going to make you successful, dive into your past. Dive into what gave you passion growing up. That could be like if you were and I'm just thinking of like examples of me from my past, and it was like when I joined a choir. And I liked choir growing up, and then when I was an adult and I joined an all-women's choir, it's fun. And it really ignited a light and fire in me of saying, hey, I need to like dive into this. Same thing with art. Same thing with just certain different aspects. Find what made you happy growing up where it wasn't a chore. It wasn't anything like that. And really hone in on that. But it's finding that oneness. And that's the big key here, is that you have to make sure that you're secure in yourself and that you are feeling your ownness. Because once you have that, you're unique. Then you can be able to set yourself apart from other people and thus bring that success. Okay. We're going to use our crystal reading cards. Yep. It's crazy. Okay. That is excellent. You got the Master Teacher card, Divine Temple, and that's Source. And that's really what this is, where it's you are your own source of energy to find this success. It's not on anyone else. And you got Selenite, which is Spiritual Awakening. And that's going to be big for you as well. And that's going with the Hermit card. That's Source and Spiritual Awakening. That's finding oneself, finding the light within you in order to make you glow from the inside out. That's what radiates, and people really respond really well to it. All right, so we have the magical unicorns, oracle deck. How many is that? Perfect. We have 3. We have practice. The best way to be good at a skill is to practice until you get it right. And that's it. So once you find what you want to be successful at, it doesn't mean that you pick it up and it's going to be an overnight sensation. You have to make sure that you are practicing the craft. You are practicing it and really going it to town with it. You have to make sure that you are up to speed. And this is with anything. And the interesting thing too is, and this might be a part of your success, is some form of dancing, because that's what they're doing in this practice, is they're dancing with your grouse sacred spiral. That's dancing. Okay, let go of stress. Don't take on other people's stress. Breathe it out now. So it's finding your your oneness, and not getting too stressed out by it. And I feel like this is more of that, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm kind of in this limbo, blah, blah, blah. And that's what stresses me out. Well, then start, that's the thing. You don't have to be all in on one thing where maybe, like, just for instance, you're like, I want to write. I want to be a successful writer. You go in it, you do it for a little bit. And, the thing is maybe this doesn't feel right. Let's try this. You can try different things. You don't have to go all in. But the thing is if you keep doing that, then you're just going to have a bunch of hobbies. So it's really hone in on your intuition of what feels right and go for it. All right, then we have brothers and sisters. To get along with others, see the love and best within them. So I feel like brothers and sisters, this is going to be having that security. So instead of focusing on maybe romance and all of that, it's focus on your brothers and sisters. Focus on the relationships that are closest to you, that are going to be your support system while you're doing this, while you're trying to find this and earn this success. All right, we have the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. Okay, cool. All right, we have the White Tara, and that's sensitivity. You're becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. And that's really true with the spiritual awakening as well, where it's making sure that you are making right choices. And I keep getting relationships with you, and that's going to be your hardest thing of moving forward, moving out of that. And that's like dating, anything like that, because that's going to put you in those situations where it's going to devoid you from being in this successful realm. Coventina, purification. It's time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. This is that spiritual awakening. This is that hermit energy. It's time to purify your soul. It's time to go into your own makeover, your own inner makeover. And it's an awesome experience, but it's a lot of work. And if you're willing to do that spiritual work, that purification, you're going to find this success, and it's going to be great because you have all the cards here that shows that you're going to be highly successful, but you got to do the work. It's not like I said, and I feel like it's almost like you want a lottery ticket and you want it to be over and done. And the thing is you have to learn the journey. And that's most of the things that once you get that success, once you get what you're looking for, you can appreciate it more. And the story that I'm really getting with you is the Major Arcana Tarot story, which is the Fool's Journey. It starts with the Fool, it ends with the World. He goes through a journey and learns a bunch of lessons through the Major Arcana. And that's how he becomes a much more mature, wiser person. And you need to go through that journey for sure. And that's where you're going to find that success, because on the way you're picking up knowledge, you're picking up different sorts of things in order to get to that success. Cool. So lightning, power. You have the power to do it. You have really, really good energy to be the success that you're wanting to be. It's all there, but it's not going to be overnight at all. Okay. Waning Gibbous 5, resilience. And that is totally this. It's going through it and being resilient on it. You have to go through this and you will have the strength to do it. And I just feel like right now, there's just an energy blockage from making you move forward. And that's going to be the inner work. And I feel just by like the energy of these cards, I feel a big part of it is the people that you surround yourself with. And that's relationships, romantic relationships. It can be even friend relationships, but for whatever reason, I'm getting like romantic relationships are really what's stopping you. All right. So you got and this is the, where is it? It's the Isis Oracle. And this is the spirit of Isis. Beloved initiate, there are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspired action until the impossible happens. Isis has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Let her inspire you. Believe. What a great message, because that's totally it. It's persist with bold faith and inspired action until the impossible happens. So it's never giving up, even though it may feel impossible. And this is your energy that's coming through with this. You have the power to get over this. You have the power to move past this. It's just going to be hard work. So do not be afraid of hard work. If you're like, oh, I don't want to do this, then you don't want it. You got to want it. Okay, now we have the Halloween Oracle. Do one more shuffle. Okay, just get that. Ooh, dawn, the light after the darkness. So I feel like that's a big, maybe this is your blockage where you're like, I don't want to dive into this because there's some issues. There's some stuff that I don't want to deal with. That's emotional issues. And that you have to work on that. And once you work past this darkness and working in that energy, things are going to lighten up. Things are going to get a lot better, a lot easier, a lot brighter. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. You have number 27. That's Freya. This is a powerful Norse goddess. And this is about sexuality, women empowerment, everything. So this is a really good sign of how powerful you are. And you have this ability to be successful, but you need to make sure that you go into it. You can't just walk into a battle and do nothing and then it's, you're successful that way. You have to fight. You have to fight for it. Okay, and then we have, the Kuan Yin Oracle. And that's Turquoise Lotus Mother, number 42. Okay, let me grab the book. That's really cool. Okay, number 42. Okay, the Turquoise Lotus Mother. It brings precious healing to you now. Allow yourself to be lifted out of your struggle, beloved one. An old pattern is finally in its death throes, something that weighed heavily on you from your past. What did I just say earlier? So obviously there's a pattern and you're finally getting past that. So hopefully that's not what's going to stop you into that 8 of Cups moving forward. So something is weighted heavily from you on your past. This can be one of the most testing times to allow something to go, just when it seems to be so demanding of your time, focus, and attention. What has this whole reading been saying? This is what this reading has been saying. From what I've been saying, it's that this can be one of the most testing times to allow something to go, just when it seems to be so demanding of your time, focus, and attention. So it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Yet, do not doubt. You have actually learned the lessons it required of you, and now you're being blessed with an opportunity to receive karmic healing. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I talked about the Fool's Journey. You are on the Fool's Journey. You've actually learned the lessons that's required of you. So it's continuing that journey to learn lessons, just like the Fool's Journey. And this is almost the same exact energy that is that spirit of Isis. Persist with your bold faith and inspired action until the impossible happens, and you'll never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it may seem. It's the same thing. So you are being blessed by, and this can be if you believe in deities and goddesses. So you're being blessed by Isis and by Kuan Yin. But I also, if you're not into that, this is the universe using these cards to tell you that you are being guided. You do have energies, which can be spiritual. They can be spirit guide energies that are helping you through this. But it's not going to be overnight. So let's answer this question. Am I going to be successful? Yes, but you'll be successful once you go through this journey. Once you do the inner work. Now, I can be devil's advocate right now and just say, what if I don't want to do that? And I say that there's going to be a level of success if you don't do anything. Again, it depends on what you believe is successful. You can have a successful life by having a job, having a family, doing the mundane, everyday stuff. That's successful in a lot of people's eyes. So it's defining what your success is. And the bigger the success in monetary terms, or being famous or having a buttload of money and all of that, if you're seeing that as success, something that not a whole lot of people have, then you're going to have to work for it. It's not going to be an easy thing, but you need to go on this journey. You need to focus on your own spiritual healing, your own spiritual path, and do your own cleansing, your own goddess guidance, the being sensitive to things and purification, and removing yourself from relationships that are just going to get in the way. So at least for what I'm going to do for you for homework, I'm going to assign you homework. And that's to get a journal and write what is successful. You can even do a vision board. Then you can cut out magazines and just do a little poster of what you feel is your success. And go for it. The thing is you're being guided, and you're having people that are backing you up. Spirits, people, You have energies that are backing you up, but you have to go on this journey. You can't just not do it. All right, guys, that is it. That's all I have for the Ask Witch of Boise today. I do have your other questions. So I am going to be picking out of these again. So make sure you stay tuned for next week on Thursday. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me again. Make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below. Tell me if any of this resonates with you. Tell me if you like this segment. And also let's name the pumpkin. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.